welcome to the Palace of Yarn and Thread. My name is Amanda, and I'm coming to you Friday night, the 1st of May, on Beltane. So happy Beltane to those that observe. And I'm gonna just kind of go through the things I've got for you, and we'll see where the night takes us. Hopefully, I don't have to chop this up in a different kind of videoing, because that might actually happen. I had a list. Here we go. Okay, so I will be putting in a bunch of pictures for things that I finished, because otherwise they are in my car for the farmer's market, or they're on the other side of this camera, and yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to get to. Anyway, so just a little bit about this channel. I am a maker, designer, doer, of a little bit of everything out there. At one point, I will pop in some growing updates for some of the things that I am growing, both in soil and maybe hydroponically. I don't know that I recorded that. I might have a spin video at the end somewhere. Can't promise that either. I have a few videos in the lineup. I just don't know where they are. But my name is Amanda. I am a crafty little goblin living in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is where we just discuss all the fun little details or detours that I get into. I invite you to like and subscribe if you have never been here before. It gets a little chaotic, and I'm not going to apologize for that. If you are returning because you adore the chaos, thank you. This might end up being the way that I film from now on, because I really don't have any aesthetically pleasing places in my house. So I recently have upgraded my wall behind me in my bedroom office. So with a lightsaber bar going, it's a vibe. Love the vibes. We'll just be going into finished objects, half-finished objects, which I don't have in here to show you. Oh, I planned this so well. Some whips, some acquisitions, because your girl was unsupervised, and what I'm reading and or / listening to, and or what I'm doing in life. And at least I'm awake and not crying. Grab yourself a drink of any sort. Just be safe about it. Grab yourself a snack and your favorite project that you're currently working on, and sit back and be amused by my goblin self today. I don't know why I keep calling myself a goblin, but here we are. So, finished objects. I, this week, have made 6 hacky sacks. They are on the other side of this room, and I can't really get to them right now, so I have hacky sacks. You're not missing much when it comes to that. They are inventory for my farmer's market / online, which all of the things I sell at the farmer's market can be purchased online at carnaldesigns.com. So if you're interested to see what I have to offer, please visit, won't you? Another finished set of objects that I have are some crocheted bags that I've been making, and I'll pop some pictures up here. There's 3 different ones. Yeah. I decided to try crocheting bags. They turned out really cute. I'm not mad at them, so not like I could be mad at yarn. Now I have put some yarn in timeout before, because it has made me mad, but these did not do that, so we're good. Also, one of my best friends, I have 2 best friends, Julie and Sean. Julie's birthday was last Saturday, and so for her birthday, I actually did a felted hat burn for her. She wanted the design to be witchy or Fourth Wing-esque, and I did both. So I will show some pictures here of what the hat and or the process look like, that is going to be one of the videos that I do show at the end, is how I burned the actual hat. This hat was a cotton and something hat, not necessarily a wool hat, so it burned a little differently than I expected. It is what it is. So yeah. So those are some of the things that I've finished that I can think of. Half-finished objects is something that I usually do because I have something that's half-finished. Are some spins. I'll pop some pictures in to show you the evolution of the single plies and what it kind of came out with. And it's so dark and moody. Last episode, I had talked about what I was thinking about doing is joining the two, and I did. And they're so pretty. It turned out so nice. In the acquisitions portion, we'll talk about what's going to happen with that spin, but here's what the spin is turning out to be right now. So I'm very happy about that. Works in progress. No one is going to be surprised to hear that I have gotten no more work done on the scrap blanket. It is still lingering in a bag, having nothing done to it. I think I may have moved it into the craft room. Maybe. I'm not 100% about that. I need to go check on that. Also, no one's going to be shocked to hear that I'm still working on my Crunkled Socks. So I am working on a pair of socks. I love to knit socks, and usually I do a vanilla sock, but I decided to branch out. I bought a pattern called the Crunkled Sock, and we're here now. I've got 9 more rows to go before I start working on the toe close. This is just the first sock still. So, no judgments of myself. It is what it is. But it turned out cute. It's very brown or black on because my lighting in here sucks. But whatever. The colorway is actually kind of a chocolatey red color. There you can see some of the tones to it. This is Should I Get the Wingleader from Dragon Hoard Yarns. I love her yarns. I follow her religiously. And it is living in my Supernatural bag made by Crafts by Nerdy Love Designs. I love this bag. Probably my favorite bag. So yeah. That is one of my works in progress. The other one is a new work in progress for everyone to see. I actually started it like Wednesday. So in the past, I mentioned that I had, or maybe I had mentioned that I had been working on a hoodie, and then I had to frog it. For personal reasons, I had to frog it, and then the yarn did languish in the timeout zone, if you will, because I needed to find patterns for the yarn that wouldn't put into memory that the yarn wasn't originally for me. But I get the spoils of war, and the yarn is now for me. And I might get 2 different patterns out of this. So I finally found a pattern, and it's called the Patrick Blouse. This is what it looks like. It is a top-down, light worsted weight, off-the-shoulder sweater. And so that's what I'm going to make. And I did cast it on. Forgive that it looks like this. This is going to be an off-the-shoulder number because I love my shoulders. They're so cute. Random as hell. Yes, I know. But this colorway is from Bad Sheep Yarns. It is the colorway Chivalry. Oh, yes. It is on the needles. I'm working on the arm increases for that, and then I think it's the body, and then, all the fun. And then I gotta figure out from there. But this is a paid-for pattern, so I can't go into too much detail about it, but you can find it in Ravelry as the Patrick Blouse. Sorry, on Ravelry, do not try looking for any notes from my project yet. I suck at my notes in Ravelry. It is what it is. If I like it, I may actually make a second one, and it'll be in Heavy Metal, which is the other set. This and Chivalry together make up the Noble Knight set, and it's got a whole lot of the same color. The green color is in here, but yeah, I might make that a second one. So stay tuned. We're gonna get this one done first. So those are my whips. Those are what I have been achieving. I have been working on them. They're not just taking up space. They have been worked on. I just got finished on a live, so I did about 2 rounds on it. But yeah. Acquisitions. So last time we met, I actually had been mentioning that I had bought some yarn from Knit Picks, and it hadn't gotten here. It arrived that same day, but here they are. I told you I was left unsupervised, and it came in. So this is Stroll Fingering Weight. Oh, what is the name of the colorway? I don't buy from them very often, so it always takes me a moment to figure out where the... Okay, so this is Supernova hand painted. And it's grays and reds. I don't have a lot of reds in my sock yarn, so I figured why not. This one is Hawthorne Fingering Weight in Mississippi Multi. So it's grays, pinks, some kind of mixtures. I think that one's really pretty. This one is Hawthorne in Jade District Multi, and it's gray and red. I like that. And then this one is Hawthorne in Cobbler Speckle. Kind of a white, but it's got the reds and the black from the other one in here. Just very, very cute. These are technically not sock yarns. Maybe they are. Hold on. Polyamide. I think these are all polyamides. Like superwash and then polyamides. So I'll figure out something to do with them. This one is a sock yarn. So Stroll is a sock yarn for sure. I can make some socks out of it. Go me. These are the ones I could probably still make some socks out of. We'll see. I'll do some Googling before I do it. But yeah. So when I was mentioning my half-finished objects, I mentioned in the acquisitions portion something that goes with that. I am going to make the Creativity Shawl, a paid pattern that is really good for showing off your hand-spun yarns. And so in doing so, I needed a contrast color. Well, like you saw, the hand spun is coming out very dark and moody and just good. So I wanted something to make the yarn pop. And so I went to Get Stitching today, said hello to Lori, and got some of Rachel's yarn. So RW Custom Yarns, which is a hand-dyed yarn from Osage County, Oklahoma. This is a single ply. This is in the colorway Gray Tabby. It is a superwash extra fine merino fingering, 437 yards, single ply. And my hand spun has turned out to be not necessarily an extra fine, but it has turned out to be a fingering weight. So go me for that one, because that is not easy to achieve. But I thought, sorry for all the rustling, but I thought, hey, these go great. And that Creativity Shawl will be perfect. I'm very excited. So I was wanting to kind of cast that on this weekend. No, I got about a bobbin and a half left to go to spin, and then I need to do all the finishing touches, the washing The hanking, the washing, the thwacking, the drying, you know, the fun stuff. Anyway, so I still have to do those. But once I get that done and it's dry and caked up, I can cast on the creativity shawl. And I am so excited about that. I'm a nerd, guys. I geek out over really random, stupid stuff, and I'm okay with that. Those are my acquisitions that you guys would care about. I have bought other things like pegboard and an air quality monitor, but no one cares about that. Oh, I did actually do one other thing, and I'll post a picture of it. It's a t-shirt that I designed for my small business, and I love how it turned out. It was a little bit of chaos trying to get it here because I ordered it. It arrived, but one of the shirts was missing. The box had been opened, and my t-shirt, my personal t-shirt, had been taken out. Mom got hers. I did not get mine. So I did reach out to Canva, and Canva, amazing customer service, expedited me a new shirt. I was supposed to have had it today. I got it yesterday. So good. Guys, I am so happy about it. And then my other acquisition is I got a hat from TikTok Shop. This is good, girl. We're just going to leave that one right there. So I did get some acquisitions this week. Yay! Update on my appliances. There is no update on my appliances. They are still needing assistance. I've reached out to those that needed to be reached out to, and we're still in the holding pattern. Here we go. It is what it is. Growing. I have got lots of Sugar Rush peach peppers growing in the hydroponics. A lot. I've gotten a few bell peppers off of them. I have won the argument against the squirrels in the backyard. I finally got a mesh cloth to fit over the whiskey barrel. So all of my plants are now protected from the squirrels. I win. Anyway, what am I reading? Let's see. I finished Scythe and Sparrow. It was so good. And so that's great. I can say it's done. I kind of gave up on the Buttons and Pain, the Buttons series. I've read them before. It is what it is. But I kind of got bored listening to them. I am now listening to The Ritual by Shantel Tessier. I'm kind of on the fence on it. It's the Lord series. I'm on the fence. I don't know if I like it or not. We'll see if I scrap it or not. It is what it is. Anyway, that is what I have for you. Kind of a rapid fire, but here we are. I do a craft night live on Facebook every first Friday of the month. So next one will be in June. You can follow my Facebook business page, Carnal Designs, for more information about that because I do share it to it. You can find me on Ravelry as Dark Carnival. All of this information will be listed below, by the way. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok as Dark Carnival as well. I have my Facebook page kind of locked down, so you can't really find me there unless you actually know me. I do run a farmer's market. It is the Owasso Farmer and Artisan Market, and it is second week tomorrow. So yeah, and my products can also be found carnaldesigns.com or at the Wandering Magpie in Owasso. That's all I have for you tonight. I need water. And maybe something to snack on. I don't know. Anyway, happy Beltane. I would like to remind you to keep it crafty, keep it chaotic, but keep it kind. of an outdoor growing update for everyone. This is what I've had to resort to recently because squirrels. So I've got, it has to be very hard to see because light and, cloth. There's a pepper plant there. And there's technically one coming up over here. I have 2 squash plants. I have 2 remaining carrots. Some strawberries that are barely doing anything. Strawberries. This is basil, which I'm gonna have to thin, but I need them to get bigger before I do any of that. That was sage, and it did pop, like right there, but you guys can't see it, sorry. But yeah, I had to do this because squirrels. This is my lime plant, my lime tree. I'm kind of thinking it's dead, but whatever. But you can see where the squirrels have been in here. And then last night we had a big storm, and that's my tomato plant. R.I.P. tomato plant. Good times. What will be funny, because I just reseeded it, if a tomato ends up growing. But, the squirrels will take care of it. That's my tomato plant. I am done with the weather, and I'm done with squirrels. But this is my backyard planting of flowers. So far, the stupid little squirrels they're still coming in here, but they're starting to leave them alone a little bit more. I mean, you can see that they dig through here a lot. But, yeah. I want to say that these are sunflowers that I've got, but I don't know. I planted like 3 different types of flowers in here. Do I care? No. So anyway, yeah, this is my fire pit. It's my safe space. I love it out here. Even if I do get black widows, good times. Isn't it pretty? Yeah. Alright, well, I just wanted to give you guys that update on the outdoor stuff and why it's covered in netting because of squirrels.